Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday. It's Hump Day. It's your midweek Macca break. Tom Hunyadi here of Two Legs, and I think I can safely say that's a little bit of a calmer day. And I did have success yesterday, and we'll get to that in a few minutes. We got Beetle Eddie here, and we've got James here. Congratulations, to you, James. I heard you got a good deal yesterday for Pittsburgh. I'm still shooting for Pittsburgh. I didn't get tickets for Pittsburgh yet, but hopefully, hopefully I will. Joseph Montaneo, congratulations on getting tickets. Yes, thank you. I will talk about that momentarily. But what a day! I'm going to talk a little bit about it, but we're going to record an episode. Two Legs are going to record an episode this week, probably tomorrow. We'll have a few friends, and we're going to just discuss this whole, new system or buying tickets, and just the frustration of buying tickets these days. Mike, how you doing? Yeah, I can't wait to talk about it. I'll talk a little bit about here, but I'm going to save most of my, some thoughts for that show tomorrow when we record the new episode. And Tom is the VIP. No VIP though. I didn't do VIP tickets. So I'll talk about reasons why. Trying to win for a radio contest for tickets. Cool. Joseph says, how did I like Superman? I liked it very much. I've seen it twice. I'm going to see it again this Saturday on IMAX screen. And then that'll be it. 3 times is good enough. But I really enjoyed it. Joe Mayo and I are going to do a debate about it tonight on his movie channel, Mr. Cinemayo. He saw it yesterday, and he's got his review up. Review or rant, whatever you want to call it. And looking forward to talking about it some more, because we did talk about it on his his Monday live movie stream, and then he saw it yesterday. So the good old days when you go to the venue and get paper tickets. Yep. Wasn't as stressful. I mean, the only stress was, if you got there late and then there was already 300 people in front of you, Says here, Joe not like Superman. Well, let's just say he wasn't a fan. Oh, good. I'll check the movie. Yeah, the channel. Yeah. James says, hey, man, I like it. Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was a great beginning for a new rebooted cinematic universe. Okay, that's what it is. I like that there was no origin story. I like that it was the universe was already established, and we're in it mid-story. And I liked that bold the bold way that he presented the film. I thought it was good. Same here, Angela. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Ted. Ted, how you doing, my friend? Thanks for being here. Yeah, kind of. Sure. And just got back from Sumac, and I looked, and all right. So, Mr. Black liked Superman. He saw it in IMAX, and I'll be doing, like I said, I'll be doing that Saturday. Looking forward to it. And I've got a friend here joining. It's good to have him back on the live stream here. And I don't have this book next to me because I'm outside. So if you don't have the book, it's on you, because why not? Why don't you have the book yet? And you know what? I'm getting a little tired of pushing this damn book. I need a new book to push, and I think he's going to have a new book to push here real soon. And he is Aaron Badgley. Aaron.
Hey, hello.
Hello.
So, hello. Sorry I'm late. I was just doing an interview with Mark Gain from Martha and the Muffins. So.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
So that was fun.
What do you think?
He's a super guy, and he's got a new solo album out. So it was fun, and that's going to come up in Spill Magazine real soon. So there you go.
Excellent. Now you've got to talk to a lot of great, interesting musicians, characters. For your future books and your past books, so that's really cool that you had that opportunity to do that.
Yeah, it's fun. And sometimes I get a bit tongue tied if I'm talking to, somebody, it's like some people are a bit too, too big for me.
Right.
But Ian Anderson was the most nerve-wracking, only because he's Ian Anderson of Jeff.
Oh yeah, I think I've told the story where I catered one of his shows.
That's right.
And it was breakfast time, and he wanted nothing to do with anybody. But Superman, did you see it yet?
Not yet. I was away for the weekend. So
that's right. Yeah.
So hopefully next week, this coming weekend, I'm going to go see it. Yeah.
Excellent. Cool. I hope you like it.
Have you seen it?
2 times.
Oh, so you must like it then. Or
I did. I will see it for a 3rd time on Saturday. I'm going to meet a buddy, and we're going to see it in IMAX. So looking forward to that.
I'm going to go see it in IMAX here. That's one of the reasons I waited. I didn't want to go see it in some small theater in Perth, Ontario.
Right.
So not that they even have a theater, because they don't, but you know what I mean.
Well, it's very primitive life up there in Canada, right? It's still igloos and harpoons and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Spears.
and heat. So it's really hot. Very hot.
Well, thanks for being. I really appreciate you being here, and we're gonna just shoot the shit, chat. We're gonna talk a little bit about buying tickets these days for concerts.
I gotta go now. Bye bye.
You got some people saying hi. You got Bialetti saying hi.
Hey,
got Joseph Montaneo saying hi. And we got James Byers here. Happy Wednesday. Yes. Thanks for being here, Byers. We got Tony D saying, I'll go see Superman on Friday. I already got popcorn. Yeah, I got the popcorn bucket. I bought the it was the shape of the Daily Planet newspaper stand.
Seriously?
Yeah. I should have brought it up to show it, but because it's downstairs right now. But I bought the paper stand popcorn bucket. Pretty cool. And I gotta tell you, I feel sorry for this guy right here, James Boyce, because he had tickets to see Jeff Lynne's ELO for the last show, and as we know, unfortunately, Jeff Lynne had to cancel these last 2 shows. So
is he rescheduling, or is he just
no, that's it, done. That's it.
Oh, it's too bad.
Okay, I found this on the web. Is he rescheduling, or is he just not going to give them? Check it out.
What's that?
Actually, I don't.
Yeah, Bialetti said I saw the real good movie the other day.
Everyone knows how to do it. All right. Nothing worse than an old man trying to do something on a computer or a phone.
Tell me about it. I was changing. I was at work and I changed the ink in the printer. Okay, and thought I did everything right. You put the ink in, you shut the door. Went to go print again. Nothing. The thing's been dead for like 3 days now, and I just don't understand. You think you're doing something the right way, right? And then someone else was looking at it on Monday. Nothing. I'm done with technology. I hate it.
Me too.
Me too.
Lucky. Well, technology didn't give me Paul McCartney tickets, which I'm not going to talk about.
Right.
Illegal. Fantastic. I'm a huge Edward G. Robinson fan. I don't know the movies of his I haven't seen, and I that's a great movie.
I haven't seen yet. One I haven't seen. I'll have to check that out.
Well worth seeing.
Okay. James Boyce says enjoys Superman, but isn't as good as the first 2 Christopher Reeves movies. Well, yeah, I'm I love the Donner cut of Superman 2. I mean, that's probably that's probably my favorite still of all Superman movies, even after seeing this new one, which I really do like, really do like a lot. But that Donner's cut is probably my favorite. What say you?
Well, I remember seeing the original with Christopher Reeve in the theaters, and it was back then. That was pretty high pollutant
Right.
technology. I haven't kept up with all of the Superman movies over the last 30
Right.
years. I love the first two Superman
Yeah.
films. I think they're
Yeah.
classic. I think they fall into the classic category now, in my opinion.
Sure. Sure.
Uh,
I don't disagree.
But this new one looks really good, so I'm excited to see it. I'm really excited.
Cool. Uh, yeah, like I said, I mean, it's the universe is already established. I like the fact that it's not an origin story, and I look forward to hearing your comments on it when you see it. So, buyers, it's always fun to go out and
No.
out in Canada.
Boot, and a boot,
Oots,
and a
oots,
boot.
go oots. There you go. There you go.
It is. Except
Yeah.
James, right now it's over 40 degrees Celsius, which I think is about 112 Fahrenheit. So it's a wee bit toasty outside.
A wee bit toasty.
Wee bit toasty. That's
Yeah.
why I'm inside with the fan on.
Richard says, I knew Joe would hate Superman. Yeah, I did too, but I wanted him to see it. So then that way we could have more discussions about it. Let's see. Ted says Jeff Lynne was hit by a taxi, I read. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I think that's why he had the cast on his hand, but then something said he was fighting some kind of infection. And I don't know if it was because of getting his hand hit by a taxi or whatever. I don't even know why he was wearing that kind of thing on his hand. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
I saw the photo, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. My friend is heartbroken about Jeff. Yeah, it's just too bad he didn't get to do those last two shows. It's awful to see this happen to someone as talented as Jeff Lynne. Absolutely.
Yeah, well said.
James here says, I bumped into some fans who had an ELO show canceled because of COVID, so they missed two. They've never seen him. At least I've seen him 4 times, including 2014. Yeah, that was. I have that Blu-ray of that show, and what an amazing show that was. What an amazing show. I did bring some of my favorite 45 picture sleeves that I'll show at some point in this stream as well. Uncle Paul, how are you, my friend? It's good to see you. everybody check out Uncle Paul's YouTube channel. There's a lot of good stuff. Don't watch the shows about the monkeys though. That's no, I'm just teasing. Watch all the monkeys that you want. Anyways, everybody avert your eyes.
Japanese gatefold with book,
Davy Jones's locker.
with book. Look at
The book.
Wow.
Wow, the record label sprung for a book, huh?
that. Well, from Japan on Pi Records.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Gotcha. Wow. Byron says, as much as I love an artist, I just don't want to spend hundreds of pounds on a ticket just to look at a screen. I adore Paul. I've seen him twice and paid a lot in 2018. I'm good with that, frankly. All right, frankly, Mr. Shankly. But I love
Myths.
Yeah, there you go. I don't care. I mean, again, who knows when it's going to be the last show he performs. That's why I'm definitely going to that last show in Chicago, because if that's it,
Well,
I want to be there.
I think Tom knows that I never got my pre-sale code, so I used it.
Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah.
I never got tickets, so I'm hoping on Friday to get tickets. And if I don't, I'm going to borrow James's. As much as I love an artist, so James, I may borrow from you.
There you go. This is the generic line right here. This is the oh well, I didn't get tickets line, and everybody's going to use it that didn't get tickets.
May I go on a rant for a second?
Please, I would love to hear a rant. Everybody, Aaron Badgley, rant.
There was people.
Go.
There were people on Facebook saying, "Oh, I got McCartney tickets," who I know for a fact because I've known them for 30 years. Can't stand McCartney, but it's the place to be because Paul's touring. And I was like, "Why are you?" I actually wrote one person, "Why are you buying a ticket? You've had nothing good to say about McCartney since 1971, and you're now going to go and see this guy." When people like me, I can't get a bloody ticket unless I want to pay $1,800 to see him.
Right.
So I listen. If you hate the man, don't go. Leave those tickets for someone else.
Right. So I get in line, I get in the queue, and then I'm in line for the Pittsburgh show, okay, which was the first ticket I went to go try for. As soon as I got in line, 48,000 people in front of me.
Yeah.
48,000 people in front of me. And then after like 5 minutes, the $35 to $100 seats were sold out.
Yeah.
And by the time I got in, it was 35 minutes later. And I'm trying to go to these shows as cheaply as possible because I want to go to as many as possible. That's why I'm not doing these. I could have gone all in and for one of these shows and then just call it a day. I want to go to as many of these shows as possible, so that's why I'm choosing not to do any of the VIP packages. So yesterday I did get a ticket for Minneapolis. I have an uncle that lives there, so I can stay the night at his place and then go to the show the next day. And then I also got a ticket for Las Vegas. And that's the second show of the tour, so I'm really looking forward to that. Yes, sir. Doc says, "Hi, kids. I can hardly wait to hear Tom's face off with Joe about Superman later. Yes, that'll be fun." All right, we got people saying hello. Yes. I'm just teasing with you. Kind of, sort of, when it comes to the monkeys, but James says the U.S. Macca prices are way more expensive than the U.K. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, it's just, look, this is where the money is, right? This is good old USA. I mean, everybody's going to spend the money. And here's the other thing. And I think this was 2009, 2008, 9, somewhere around that time, Chicago Cubs got caught scalping their own tickets. And so they went to, I don't know if you remember this or not. But,
I do, vividly.
So, there was a lawsuit, and the courts favored in the Cubs way. So I can see all these arenas, stadiums, and whatnot buying their own tickets, and then scalping them. And I kind of feel like that's.
Ticketmaster owns StubHub, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, I sound like a poor loser because I am. I was like 110,000 in line for Montreal and 140,000 in line for Buffalo. So again, I will try Friday. Yeah, this could be my last broadcast.
No, stop it. But then when I got in line for Vegas, it was like 36,000 people in front of me. But I wasn't worried because the Allegiant Stadium, you're going to get over 60,000 people in there. So I wasn't too worried about getting tickets for Las Vegas. I knew that was going to be easier. When I got into line after Pittsburgh, then I went to Minneapolis, and I got in right away, and I found a ticket like that. I mean, boom, done. So that was really cool.
Maybe I'll find in Minneapolis then.
Yeah, let's go. Let's meet up in Minneapolis. James says, "I totally agree with you, Tom, and I can't fault your reason at all. I just personally I can't justify the expense. I hope you thank you for that. At least you're saying that for you can't justify it, but you're happy for everybody else to do it. I mean, I would, exactly. That's very honorable of you. Thank you. And I agree. I mean, if I wasn't doing this, I'd be very happy with everybody that wanted to spend the money to go see McCartney again." James says, "I just saw someone on McCartney page saying, why would I pay $500 for nosebleeds when he can't sing anymore? Then why are you looking to get tickets?" Yeah, well, that's just the thing. Some people want people want things to bitch about. and that's it right there. They see other people bitching about it. Yeah. And and that's what people are bitching about. They all bitch about The Voice, but yet they're still going to try for tickets. But then when they see how much they are, then they're going to go back to bitching. So. And the funny thing is this, when everybody's in the stadium or arena wherever he's playing, when the show starts, nobody cares.
Well, people seem to enjoy Dylan and Willie Nelson when we saw him, Tom.
Yeah, exactly. Clapping, applause after every song. So, whatever. Said to me, who gave you that bracelet? I said you did. He said I didn't give you that. We were starting with number 2. Okay. Okay. Well, let's talk about the way tickets used to be sold in the old days. I mean, I remember the first time that I really went early to buy tickets was in '96 for the Kiss reunion show at Old Tiger Stadium. Okay.
Stop for a second. Stop.
No, go ahead.
The old days, 1996. Because
I know. For me, it's the old days. For you, not. But anyways, and I had just started going to concerts on a regular basis around '91. Okay, so this is my early going concert days. So I got there at 6 a.m. thinking, oh, that's going to be plenty of time. There were already 200 people in front of me. We went to a place called Harmony House, which had a Ticketmaster there. So you can go there and buy tickets for any show that was brought to you by Ticketmaster. So, and then I remember how stressed out I was, but I still got the ticket. I mean, I was there. I had a lot of money because I was getting 10 tickets for myself and friends, and it's just like, but it all worked out, I mean, this is just so much more stressful because once you get that code, okay, once you register and then the day of they send you that code, that's still not a guarantee you're going to get a ticket.
So, yeah. So here's the thing, right? Here's the big difference. The biggest difference is that the first time I ever queued up overnight. The Who back with Kenny Jones as their drummer, their first tour after Moon Dies, playing Toronto, Maple Leaf Gardens. You couldn't buy tickets other than going to Maple Leaf Gardens. You had to line up. Okay. So my brother and I went and we took sleeping bags and we camped out. But I wasn't competing with someone in, Washington, D.C., or I wasn't competing with someone who is willing to fly to Hamilton. So the competition is much different now than it was back in 1979 when the only people who are buying tickets were the ones in front of you and behind you, and I'm not faulting anyone and I'm not complaining. I'm really not, because I bought a ticket this morning so my daughter could go see Bob Dylan in Dublin. That's fine. I'm not going, but she's going. And what a great technology that can surprise and say, here.
Right.
But it does mean you're competing with a lot more people than you did back in '79. And it's a different world. And I accept it. You don't have to like it all the time. But I do accept it.
Right. I accept it too. But then I also started hearing that then they started getting bracelets involved, and then getting a number. Even if you were first in line, you would get a bracelet, and that wouldn't mean that you were guaranteed to be first in line. And that's just stupid. If you're first in line, you deserve to be the first one to get tickets.
I agree. I remember when they introduced the whole idea of ordering them on the phone, but you had to speak to a human being, which took so much time. You're like, please just give me the seats. Yeah, no, the bracelet thing was weird, and there's always been different concoctions of what people see as fair, and maybe there is no fair way. Maybe it's just what it is, and you got to compete, and I can grind my teeth and sulk.
Yeah.
But whatever, right? It's fair game. I mean, anyone can get the tickets, and it's but who knows, Tom? Who knows?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Ted says, "What time Mayo show?" It's like 8:30. I think we're gonna go live and talk about debate the Superman money. This comment from Doc is another one that I just cannot stand. I hate this. Excuse my French. Fucking comment. Okay. McCartney doesn't need the money, does he? Does he, Aaron? He doesn't need any more money, does he?
I remember.
Doc, I love you. Doc, I love you. But come on, enough with this comment. Enough with the voice, and enough with he doesn't need any more money. Go.
That I think one of the best jokes ever was the purple onion. You know the purple onion?
I don't think so.
It's like a satirical newspaper or whatever.
Oh, I know the Onion, but not the Purple
Right,
Onion.
yeah.
Yeah.
Purple Onion's a restaurant here in Toronto. See, I need some more water. The Onion. And I guess about 10 years ago, the Stones announced a tour, and the Onion said, when the $5 billion in the bank just isn't enough tour.
Right. Listen. When venues want you, when there's still a demand to go out on tour, even if you retired, okay, like Paul Simon. Paul Simon had retired from the concert touring thing, right? I'm sure he got a lot of feedback and a lot of people calling him, hey, say, look, there's still a demand for you to go out on tour,
I do have a point though. I have one question. Does this mean
Yeah.
that everyone who is trying for McCartney tickets, are they all going to buy the new album when it comes out, which make it instant number one?
No, because I guarantee you probably 3/4 of the people that are getting these Paul McCartney tickets are more a Beatles fan than they are a solo McCartney fan.
100%. I agree.
know?
100%. But I'll buy the new McCartney album.
Oh,
18 times if I have to.
18 copies. Like I said, I think I can listen to McCartney 23 different ways. 23 different ways. I got 23 different pieces of media that I can listen to McCartney 3 on. So there you go. Okay, Doc, I love you. I'm just giving you a hard time about that comment, but stop it. Mark, how you doing? I saw the Beatles 4 times at Olympia Stadium in Detroit. Listen, oh my God, I wish I had that opportunity. In Detroit during the 60s for the 25. Yeah, just a different time and different place, Inflation is a bitch.
Can I quote you on that?
Yeah. James Boyce says the UK Ticketmaster got rid of their second site that he was selling to. Great.
Did they really?
Awesome.
That's cool, James. I didn't know that. Good news.
And these goddamn fees. What are these fees for? A $200 ticket turns into a $290 ticket.
Because robots have to eat too.
Because robots need that oil, right? You don't want them to get stiff like the Tin Man, right? All right. Some people might want them still. But anyway, okay. Joseph says, Tom, it's like I said yesterday on Andy's stream. Unfortunately, I had to work. We were talking about going live, but as soon as I got done with all this madness, I had to leave right away and go to work, which sucks. Joseph says, Tom, it's like I said yesterday on Andy's stream. I hope Paul plays and sings, dress me up as a robber. It would be great. And if he dedicated it to Ticketmaster, that would be even better. Absolutely. It's going to be curious to see how he changes the set list here, if any. And I gotta tell you what I was of the mind where I was like, oh, just stop touring and just start working on albums, okay? Save your voice for new material. But then there I was at SoFi Stadium in 2022, and he just started doing Golden Slumbers, and he did it. He did it so wonderfully. I was so moved. I started crying, and at that point I was like, let this man do this as long as he wants to, and I will try to go to as many shows as I can. I just had an epiphany, if that's what you want to call it, or whatever, and that's what it was for me. So I don't care now. I don't care about his voice. I don't care how much money he has. I don't care. I'm going to these shows, and that's it for me.
I'd like to if I get a ticket.
Yeah. Listen, you're going to get a ticket, my friend. You are going. You are going.
You're coming to Hamilton too, so not to worry.
I will be there.
Because he'll do Mulligan with the band. So.
I gotta see him do Mulligan. Real Jackson says, "Hey Tom, good morning. Good morning to you. I hope you're doing well." James, how you doing, buddy? Good afternoon, Tom and Aaron. Yes, good afternoon to you.
Hello.
James Boy says, I would be more aggravated by the dull set list more than Paul's wobbly voice. Yeah, sure. That was a great Kiss tour. I saw them in '96. Cool. Yeah, that was just a phenomenal show. And being able to see the first one, that was really, really special. I camped out for the Police tickets in 1982, or camped out. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Doc says James Boy's true. Why can't Paul do temporary
He
secretary?
did the last tour, didn't he?
No, it's been about 7-8 years since since he did
What's that
temporary
mean?
secretary.
So it's 2
Yeah,
tours?
13, I think 12 or 13. He did.
Okay.
He did it.
Well, the last time he played Toronto, he did it because my daughter came home from university just to see McCartney, and that's her favorite McCartney song. And we didn't expect him to do it, and boom, he did it. He did that right after Hi Hi Hi, which I was ecstatic for. So.
Yes, very ecstatic that he did that. Now James brings up a point here, which if we wanted to, we could all rise up and do something, and that is, you think that people would have enough of these silly ticket prices. Now, if we all wanted to, we could say Ticketmaster, and we're not putting up with this. We're not buying tickets. No, everybody just stop buying tickets. Go ahead.
I just want to comment that James's line. You think that people would have had enough of silly?
But anyways,
maybe it's not up to us to ban or to do that. Maybe it's up to bands to say, you know what, I'm not going to use Ticketmaster like The Cure did, or like Pearl Jam did, like Dwight Yoakam did, and kind of still do the tour without Ticketmaster and AEG and what's the other one? Live Nation. I mean, I don't know.
Nation. Yeah. No, you're that's a good point as well.
Because you know what, I'd love to tell you I'm going to boycott it, but if Bob Dylan announces a show down the street tomorrow, I'm buying a ticket.
Yeah.
Or Paul McCartney, or Ringo Starr, or Morrissey, so.
Right. Morrissey. James says, it is exciting to see the excitement around McCartney concerts. Super happy for all you that got tickets. Looking forward to seeing you all at Beatlefest and get
Thank
the
you.
book. There you go. See, I get residuals every time a book sells. I get 2 cents.
I look forward to seeing you too. I'm really excited about Beatlefest, and I'm excited to see Peter Asher, and I'm excited for some of the guests. And Jim McCartney's going to be there. And Jim McCartney, I'm a big fan of because I'm a huge Renaissance fan. I know the Yardbirds too, but I'm really excited for this. This is going to be a great fest. Plus, I get to meet people who I talk to this way, then I get to meet them in person. It's great.
Excellent. Matthew Smith, how you doing, Matthew? I remember when they sold tickets at department stores and record stores. Yeah, that's where I got my ticket to see Kiss in '96, was at a record store that had a Ticketmaster there. So, yeah. Absolutely. Christopher, how you doing? Yeah, James, the set lists are lame. Way too beatly heavy. Yep. I agree here. Beetle Eddie says, my cousin was at Woodstock 69. Tickets for $3.
That's just to say you've been at Woodstock is cool enough. Yeah. $3, that's fantastic.
Which in '69 $3, that's different story. It's
750 Canadian today.
That much. Wow.
Just kidding.
I thought it should be the other way around. Isn't it less?
No, trust me.
Go ahead.
Trust me, I bought the records of the States. I get my bills. They're a lot.
Fair enough, my friend. Fair enough. James says, my first Macca gig was Wings in '79, and it was £5.50. The last one was December 2024, and it was $450.
I have a boot for the '79 tour. He did great songs on that tour. I wish that had been a worldwide tour, because that would have been great to see.
Right. Oh, absolutely. But he doesn't need the money, James. So I don't know why you paid that. Again, it's the corporate wankers at gigs that Yeah, it is. But then again, listen, MPL is a corporate entity as well. Um, so is McCartney. It's a brand, you know. Brad, how you doing, Brad? Hey guys, late to the game, but I have already seen Superman twice, and I should tell you how I feel about it. And what's this I'm hearing about people having to pay 4 digits for Paul tickets? Yeah, yeah. Myself, I've seen Superman twice already as well. I really enjoyed it. I'll be doing a debate with Joe Mayo later tonight at 8:30 on his movie channel, Cinemayo.
Can I mention a movie before we go on?
Please.
Because I feel left out because I haven't seen a Superman, but I did get to finally see a nice print on Blu-ray of Neil Young's Rust Never Sleeps, and I forgot
Yeah. Okay.
just how weird that film is. It's a very odd
Right.
film, very good. Like
Sure.
I highly recommend it. It's really a cool stage show. Hard to explain. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going to spoil anything. Have you seen the film?
No. No. No.
Are you a Neil Young
Nice.
fan? No.
We have to. Do I need to go show you all the Neil Young CDs I have? I guess I don't know.
It's a really cool concept of it. I don't know if anyone's ever seen it, and I hadn't seen it probably since it came out in a midnight show.
Yeah. What year? What year was that?
79.
79. Okay. Right.
It's a very interesting. It's a very interesting film. Just if you get a chance,
Yeah.
folks,
I will
watch
do that.
Rest Never Sleep. Okay, I
I
haven't
will
seen
do that.
Superman, so we got to jump in somehow.
Yeah. No. No. Please. If you want to say something, say Tom. Shut up for a minute. I got something to say.
Never say that. Never say that.
Well, you have permission. Okay. Richard says, amazing how the Superman filmmakers predicted how things would actually be here in the U.S. for real, arresting an illegal deporting of an alien to a foreign location because they weren't U.S. born. Well, I mean, I don't know how I should answer this or what to say about the whole Superman thing. I mean, let's face it. I mean, yeah, Superman is an illegal. I mean, I don't know if he's illegal, but he is an alien, right? He was created by two immigrants, one from Canada. So so you're gonna have these kind of things in Superman. I would in especially in the comics. And if they bring it up to a live action movie, then I'm not going to have any problem with it as long as the story is good, which I think it was. Then you know, but in contrast of real life, it is a little bit of a coincidence. I mean, the script was written before the whole Israel-Palestine conflict started. So there's that. And B. Letty is reminding us how much Paul is worth, 1.27 billion. And let's face it, some of that is because of his not necessarily record contract, but the music rights, right? Because of his what is that called, Aaron?
It's publishing. MPL.
Publishing. Thank you. The MPL publishing. Thank you.
He makes a lot of money at Christmas time for Baby
Yes.
It's Outside and the Christmas song.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He owns that. Yeah, absolutely. And wonderful and wonderful Christmas time.
I apologize for the dinging that's going on. I can't turn it off. It's my wife and my daughter chatting via text, which comes on my laptop, and I've tried turning it off. So as annoying as it is to you, it's super annoying to me, and I apologize profusely. So.
No worries. Let's see. I'm much more interested in a new album than the show. Yes, I am much more interested in a new album as well. Then again, how much more opportunities are we going to have? And it's going to be funny because I'm thinking this right now, right? That I don't know how much more chances this is going to be his last one. But then when he puts out a new album, then he's going to tour on that, and then I'm going to have the whole mindset reset. It's just going to be okay. How many more opportunities am I going to have? So there's that.
I'm so excited about the new album, and it frustrates me sometimes when people, and I'm no one on this call, but some people say, "Oh, like McCartney hasn't done anything good since the '70s," and you go, "Well, what have you listened to? What have you heard? What albums have you listened to? What did you put on? What did you listen?" Oh, I think I may have heard Ebony and Ivory. Oh, wow, that judges a whole career. Like it's a very odd comment to make when and I know, like I'll say I may not like, I don't know, the most recent Van Morrison album, but at least I've listened to it. And I'm coming from a point of, I do like it, by the way, but if I could say that,
Thank
right?
you for saying that, because Amazon is out of stock. I tried to get it the day it came out on
Really?
Amazon. Yeah, they're out of stock on it and on Amazon US. So the
Huh.
record store I go to, they have it on vinyl, but I want to get it on CD first before I
Yeah.
pick it up on vinyl.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah. Um, James, I don't care. Okay. I don't care what kind of video that man does. He's free to do whatever he wants to do. All right, enough said. All right. How you doing, Bear? I just got here. Which shows are you going to, Tom? Well, I am going. I got tickets for Minneapolis. I got tickets for Las Vegas, and someone has a ticket for Chicago that I'm going to the second show, which is the last show of the tour, which I'm going to pick up. And we're going to see if Mr. Badgley over here has luck getting tickets, because if he does, then I'll hopefully be joining him there in Hamilton, Ontario. It's just so funny. You got Hamilton in Ontario, in Canada. I mean, you got all this stuff that you got to put on.
Well, how many people do people really know where Hamilton is? I mean,
Right.
But I mean, Hamilton's home of the Tiger Cats, the Hammer.
Right. Real Jackson says Ticketmaster studio ticket scalper. Yeah, and that's the thing. I really believe. Aaron had said, reminded us all that Live Nation, Ticketmaster owns StubHub. So there you go. There you go. Beatle Eddie says, but if you are a Beatles fan, aren't you a McCartney fan? McCartney is my favorite. Well, you would think.
You think so, but sometimes
Yeah.
no. I've heard a lot of people quite the contrary. But I agree with you, Beatle Eddie, but I've heard the opposite.
Yeah. Yeah. Matt says he remembers tripping out in 1981 when the Stones tickets were $25.
In '82, when I saw Bowie, the tickets were $12.
Oh. I mean, I guess in 81, $25, that was what, an 8-hour shift right there, maybe back then?
Well, after we got out of the quarry.
Buyers, Get Enough gets me crying every time. I have come to realization that Get Enough is a masterpiece. Yeah, it's got the auto-tune, and hopefully that's it with the auto-tune. He never toys with it again. But that song, so for me, is a masterpiece. I adore Get Enough, and I don't care if nobody else does. But anyway, no.
I just listened to it the other night, Sunday night.
Yeah.
I was listening to it. I love it.
Yeah.
Right.
I love, and you can find the lyrics online, but I love the female voice you hear that's really faint there right after he's done with his verses there of Get Enough during that wonderful melodic, second half. I just adore that second half, and then you get that really faint female voice, and the lyrics are online of what she's actually saying, because it's really low in the mix. You can't hear it unless you got headphones on, or you got it at if we turned it up to 11.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
Well, it passed. However, the Criterion Group Collection, the greatest film distributor of all time, is putting it out in September on Blu-ray.
I will be buying that.
Mark says, I took my son to the Wings Over America tour in '76 at age 4. He loved it since the 1990. He takes me to see McCartney. Having kids is a start. Yeah, starting to pay off. There you go. Excellent. That's awesome.
Mark, can we offline tell me how you got that? Because so if you have some tips for me, I'd really love to hear it. Just saying.
Matthew, hey buddy, glad you're joined. The venue rentals are sky high. That's why some of these shows are more expensive than others. Yeah, and a majority of city into the mix, and it goes even higher. Yeah, I mean, there's other reasons why these tickets are high too. So it's not just what Paul wants. You know, Paul's got this such a high demanding fee that we have to charge these exuberant prices for everybody. You know, it's more than just that. Because Paul needs the money, you know. Eli says, interesting question. If Lennon was still alive and McCartney and Lennon were playing in the same state at the same time, who would you go see? Oh, boy. First of all, I don't think that would ever happen. But, yes, I mean, yeah, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? You would say John?
No, I was going to make a joke and say, well, Sean's still alive. Sean Lennon, he's still around. I mean,
Right.
I've seen him 3 times, so, you know.
Right.
He's really good live, Sean Lennon, by the way. If you ever get a chance to see him. I saw him with the band Ghost of a Saber-Tooth Tiger, too. Which
yeah, we catered one of their shows, but
Did you really?
it wasn't a big budget, so I wasn't able to go to while they were eating, or else I would have watched the show. So depending on the size of the budget, you know, sometimes they'll bring in a chef to cook eggs or omelets, or go there for dinner to do like a pasta station or a carving station or something like that, you know. But it was a smaller budget show, so they just got, you know, the basic, you know, layout of food, you know.
Sandwich.
Yeah.
The first time Sean played Toronto was he was touring his second album, and he was playing a club that holds about 1,100 people, and there was maybe 100 people in the audience. And
Right.
At one point, Sean says, it was very funny. He said, you know, people might wonder if I'm very sad because there's only, you know, 100 or 200 people here tonight, but no, because I play these 50, 60,000 seat arenas, I like these little shows because I get
Right.
into. And then he goes, you know, I'm kidding, right?
Very good.
He is good life. He is good life.
Right. We got here first and last time I camped out for tickets for the Stones wheelchair tour back in 1989.
I camped out 3 times for concert tickets. Once was the Who. Once was for XTC.
Yeah.
Who canceled the show. I mean, unfortunately, that was the tour that Andy Partridge
Right.
had his breakdown. So unfortunately, I didn't get to go. And the other one was in the 80s, would have been the Smiths. So
Damn you. Damn you older people.
yeah.
Ollie's. Oh, speaking of, I remember we talked last week. I brought a couple pictures, 340, some of my favorites that I'll show here in a little bit. Ollie says, "Have you seen the newly released clip of Paul and Robin Gibb? Apparently, Paul recorded a version of Too Much Heaven for a never released Maurice Gibb tribute album." People have been flooding my messages with that, and I haven't watched it yet, but I will get to it. Thank you for bringing that up. And I haven't watched that new Rebirth interview with George Harrison too during was it 95? Is it good?
Yeah. Oh, it's interesting. It's pretty interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I need to check that out too. Andrew, how you doing? Annie was mentioned figuring in inflation, the ticket prices, but we figured out that $15 in 1976 is just $40 in 2025. Way out of yeah. Okay. Matthew says, hope he plays the long rather than the short version of Check Machine at this tour. Yeah. If anybody needs to go to the bathroom, now's the time. Let's see here. So I worked at Tower Records.
You could do the long version of Free now from the Sound Collage.
Yeah. Which I'm glad you brought that up, because in August sometime for the 9th anniversary of Two Legs, I am going to rank everything. Okay, I'm ranking everything. I'm ranking Paul's Canon, the live, the electrical, and the classical. The electric and the classical. I'm ranking it all. 45 albums that I will be ranking. And I've started the process now. Aaron, I would like you to join me. You're not ranking, but I would just love you to be my co-host
I would
for
like
that.
Count me in.
And get you, now it might be a couple hours. I don't know, and I don't.
Count me in. Count me in.
All right.
Later
in August.
A very kind person just sent me a bootleg of McCartney's webcast when he did the Fireman live.
Okay.
which I've been looking for forever, and it's really good. I mean,
Right.
I'm very thrilled to finally have it. So, anyways, I digress.
How old were you in 1978?
14.
14. Okay.
Yeah.
So would you agree with this comment?
No. I mean, yes, I could see kids liking Superman, and the original TV series was definitely for kids. Although I
Right.
do have a question with the original TV series, and this is just a question. You remember, was it Steve Reeves or
Oh,
who?
George Reeves.
George Reeves. George Reeves.
Yeah.
George Reeves is playing Superman, and they would
Right.
shoot him, right?
Yeah.
And every
Right.
time they would shoot at him, he would do this, and
Yeah.
and then they would throw the gun at him, and he'd do this. You just were shot 6 times, bud. What's wrong? Just a question. Just a question.
Yeah. Just a question. It's just a thought.
Just a thought.
Deep Thoughts by Aaron Badgley.
Query.
Doc says someone should take the pizza out of the microwave. Yeah, oh yeah. Well, he explained why there's the dings there. We're gonna try to get to these comments real quick because I want to show these. I want to show these picture sleeves here. Bela says if we decided not to buy tickets because of the prices, what would Paul say about that? Well, again, it's not necessarily up to Paul to say anything about that. Well, I would love to go on tour, but no one's buying these these tickets. It's not necessarily up to him. Like I said, I mean, it's up to the concert promoters and all the big wigs at Ticketmaster that are offering all these millions of dollars to Paul McCartney to go out on tour. What? Say it.
No, you've nailed it.
Okay. Paul would sing on the street for free if one came to his show. If no one came to his show, it isn't about the money, but he wants to get paid. Just thank you, Ted. Yes, absolutely. Listen, everybody wants to get paid for their work, right? Paul is no exception. Okay. Now listen, he had the Beatles had a shit deal early in their career. And obviously you want to make up for it, right? And you want to get paid for your work. You want to get paid for what you're worth or what you believe you're worth. And a lot of us here think that Paul is great. We spent hours and hours and hours of our lives with his music, and we cherish it. So I mean, how much is that worth to you, Mr. Badgley?
Well, it comes down to this, right? Like, okay, so Coldplay just played Toronto. They did.
Hold on 1 second, James. We'll catch you next time. Thank you for joining as always.
Coldplay they played 5 nights here in the city, and I'm not the biggest Coldplay fan. I love their first 4 albums. I kind of lost interest as time went by. People are paying tremendous amounts of money to go see them, and fair deal. I mean, if you want to go see them, if that's what you want to see,
right?
And and conversely, Coldplay should get paid for doing the show, because don't forget too, as much as Coldplay is making money from the tour, and they are, when you look at a gig, you're looking at the the catering, you're looking at the staff to do it, security, you're looking at a lot of people make a lot of money working the show. It's not just Paul. And people should get paid, and I hate paying the prices, and I'd rather not pay scalper prices for tickets, StubHub. But and I'm not going to buy the VIP tickets. I can't afford them, and that's fine. I'm not,
Wait, you're not getting us the hot sound packages, the sound check second row.
No. Well, it came down to mortgage.
And your living style, right? I mean,
I used to have my library. I got these books, and I got to store my records. No, I think I'll keep it. But I don't begrudge anyone a salary. I don't care. I mean, I know that people make tremendous amounts of money. I don't even care about Rihanna and look, they make the money, they work, fair game, my opinion. But that's just
one of the people that I listen to. Movie wise on YouTube, his name is Robert Meyer Burnett, and he says something I think that is pretty smart. He says you you don't. How does he put it? You negotiate what you're worth. I mean, it's just that's just how it is. I mean, not everybody gets what they deserve, but if you negotiate, what you're worth. I mean, it's. I mean, that's what you should be doing. And not everybody, unfortunately. And I'm saying it wrong because I forgot I forgot the quote as I'm trying to say it. But it's not what you get; it's what you negotiate. I think, or something like that, in that way. But I think it's true. It's if you're willing to settle for less than what you feel you're worth, then that's your fault. All
Well,
right.
yeah. I mean, look, again, he could do free concerts, and that's great. And I know he does. He's done lots of benefits. He's given a lot of money to charity.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's even a question. Same thing with Ringo. I would pay if Ringo had played close to Toronto on his recent tour. I would have gone, but he didn't. I saw him before Christmas, and that was great. And I'd go see Ringo tomorrow if he's coming in the vicinity. But
Okay.
you know,
Yep. If I had the opportunity, I'd ask Paul why the Beatles didn't record "Shout" to the official release.
I'm with.
Number maybe they felt they did it right the first time. They didn't need to do it.
I'm with you.
But they had so much stuff to record by that time, by so many covers. You can only, you only have 6 or 7, right, at that point in time. I'm so excited for Paul's next release. So am I. This is what I was wanting. Honestly, I'd much rather have had the announcement of a new album over a new tour. But I'm fine either way. Richard says, any advice on how to get tickets to Nashville show? Yeah, StubHub.
Well, no, but the the tickets go on sale Friday. General seating, right?
Right.
And
you still have a chance. I mean, you can actually go. You want to hear something funny? It was last night when I got home from work. I was going on I was using the code that I sent you, and it worked for every single show. It worked on every single show, and so at like midnight last night, I'm going through again every show, seeing what tickets were still available, in case I wanted to pull the trigger. And then they were available again at 10 o'clock this morning.
I'm pulling the trigger if I don't get a ticket on Friday.
Okay, there you go.
But
go ahead. Yeah, you're pulling the trigger that way. Beatles says, "Will the album come out before the tour?" That looks. I don't know now. I don't know.
I think you're going to get an announcement soon about a new single or something.
I hope so.
I do too.
Someone on the Hoffman forum was saying something towards the end of July.
I got excited because I'm on a few. I'm a big fan of David Byrne, and I was on the pre-sale for David Byrne. And just before I came on, I got a text saying, "My new single just dropped. Check it out here." And I thought it was good. And I was like, "Woohoo!" And I was like, David Byrne. Okay, I'll still listen to it because I love David Byrne. But anyways, not quite the same. Not quite the same.
Right. Richard says yesterday was a disaster for him. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
The movie?
You can try again. You'll have more chances.
Richard, I'm with you, buddy. You and me. It was a disaster. I was so depressed last night, so I'm with you, Richard. I really am.
Yeah. Doc says someone told me Hamilton was closer to Windsor than London. People just don't know their geography.
No, that's not true. Unless you drive really fast or something. But
yeah. But Doc's Canadian. I think he's just,
I know. I appreciate the other Canadian online with me. It's nice. I don't feel so alone.
There you go. 1980 Queen, $20, front row. Be like, maybe Paul can start doing weddings and bar mitzvahs. Yeah. Yeah, if you got a million to spare. James says, I did get to see Stevie Wonder on Saturday, and he sounded amazing. Having showed Stevie still does sound pretty damn amazing. I in awe of Mr. Wonder. Jackson says Superman George Reeves would take the Superman outfit after every season and burn it in the studio parking lot, or so I read. He died in the last season. Came out posthumously. Is that accurate? And then there's that movie with Ben Affleck where he played George Reeves in it. I'm forgetting the name of that movie, which was a pretty good movie actually.
Don McClane did a great song. Don McClane did a great song called "Superman's Ghost" about George Reeves, and he's because he's saying I don't want to be a one-hit wonder like George was, right? Because he had American Pie, and this was
right.
I like Don McClane too. There you go.
Right. Here you go. Ali says, Brad says, Ali, a lot of people thought the Beatles were only for children. Well, in a way. Look up online how the ticket money is split out. A bunch of goes to the promoter, venue, local crew, marketing, insurance, production, and costs. There you go. Thank you, Lynne. Thank you for being here as well. Thank you for pointing that out. Because it's all the money's just not going to Paul, It's just like, you're buying the ticket, right? And as you hit submit, the money goes straight into Paul's bank account.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So there you go. Well, Paul had to pay. Yeah. Well, yeah. Paul has to pay his band, his crew. So I mean, it's just not. It's not cheap to go out on tour these days, And
I wait till people start seeing the price of T-shirts. That's what I'm looking for because they're not free, and they're going to be like $70, and people are like
$50 now. I remember in the '90s, 90s. I mean, ticket. I remember I bought that '93 Paul McCartney T-shirt for $20.
Yeah, I got the '89 one for $15 here in Toronto.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? I will pay $70 for a T-shirt willingly, smilingly, handing over my
here. Give this money to Paul McCartney for me, please. We know he needs it. There you go. Too funny. Out of the artist's share, the band and crew get paid travel costs, equipment, management fees. All those costs have skyrocketed over years, especially since COVID. Because the Beatles stopped touring in '66 and went into the studio. Do you think Paul should stop? I was in that belief. I said this story 15 minutes ago. I was of the belief that Paul should stop touring and just work on studio albums until the 22 show at SoFi. And then when he started doing Golden Slumbers, I had a breakdown, and I was right there convinced that I don't care. He should do whatever the hell he wants, and I will go to as many shows as he wants to continue to do. All right. Eddie says, someone said they got third row for Paul and will take it long. Yeah, I know. That was in our Discord family. Beely Tone, how you doing, my friend? Beely Tone's going to join us for a chat tomorrow night for our next episode of Two Legs. We'll just talk about the stress and this whole experience of buying tickets for one Paul McCartney. Wink is here. How you doing, buddy? Hey guys, welcome to Paul McCartney Got Back in Your Wallet tour. Yes, he did get back.
You know
I
what?
like that.
He doesn't need to go to a tour to get back into my wallet. He seems to do it.
He's getting... Yeah, there you go. Just remember there was no single with McCartney. Yeah, well, after the fact with Women and Wives.
12-inch, right?
Yeah. Lynn says Paul is 83 and the creative juices don't tend to flow as well, which could account for a long delay on album. And he probably feels comfortable touring with the same songs rather than newer stuff. Yeah, probably. No, it wasn't Black Dahlia. It wasn't that one. I don't think. Neverland or Hollywood or something like that, I think was, yeah. Hollywoodland. That's it right there, Brad. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I watched a film just recently with Humphrey Bogart and George Raft.
Yeah.
And, George Reeves he wasn't even credited, but he was in the film as a cop. and he had a couple of lines. It was very cool to see it. It was like, oh, that's really
Really?
good. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Joseph says, yeah, that's right, Brad. The two movies came out at the same time, and the death of George Reeves was talked about in the Black Dahlia. That's why I mentioned that. Okay. All right. People saying hi to Tone. And then Billy says, I gave Paul a lot of money throughout the years. So have we. So have we. Okay, that's it through the comments. Now I'm going to start showing some of my favorite 45 picture sleeves from around the world. We're going to start with. Do you have anything to show, Aaron?
Nope.
Did you bring anything? Have you gotten anything recently?
Not really. Not trying to think. No. Oh, I picked up an original copy of All You Need Is Love with the Parlophone sleeve. I was very happy to
Oh,
and
cool.
a Canadian album called Beatlemania with the Beatles, original 1963 pressing. So
Very cool.
yeah,
I want to show this real quick because Wink is Wink. It's not getting destroyed by reviews. Okay, it has I think over 80% of Rotten Tomatoes by critic reviews, and it's over 90% on fan reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. So I know it was getting bad reviews over in the UK, but over here in the US, it's getting more favorable reviews than it is getting negative reviews. So I think you need to rethink that comment or go back and do some better research, my friend. So anyways, another day. Another day has a set picture sleeve, for the bulk of the picture sleeves. But some of them are different, okay? There is one design for about 7-8 of them around the world, but some of them have gone off script. And this is one of my favorites. This is from Spain. This is another day with the Let It Be, with the side profile of Paul from the Let It Be days. I just love this shot of McCartney. This I would get another one of these and I would frame this. That's how much I really like.
Really nice.
How much I really like that. Okay. So that again, that's from Spain. This is also Spain. But I kind of like this one too. This is Paul, Helen Wheels, Paul McCartney and Wings. I like the 3 different images from Paul there on the side. It's really interesting, which countries decide what the pictures they decide to use. Some of them use the band, some of them just use Paul, some use Paul and Linda. Some just have text on them, but because at this point in time, it's a band, right? But they just chose to use Paul McCartney. It is a 3-piece, I guess. It's a 3-piece at this point in time. So I'm surprised they don't include Paul, Denny and Linda, but I do like the images of Paul on here.
Andrea.
Yeah. Going to 2 for Jet.
Sorry.
Jet. No, it's all right. 2 for 1 from Italy. A lot of these, a couple of these are the same, as it's got the jet and then the clouds. But Italy chose to put Paul, Denny, and Linda with their faces sticking out of the clouds. I kind of like that as well. So that's Italy. And then I got the more famous one from Sweden, and I don't know if I'm going to have to cover a spot up right there, but here we go. Wait, what? Anyways, but yeah, here you go. Paul McCartney Wings from Sweden, Jet. That's one of my favorites. We'll get a couple of these questions here. Important message of the Google says Ticketmaster does not own StubHub. Live Nation owns StubHub.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Eddie.
Yeah.
Good to know. See.
Yeah, we're not perfect.
I'm far from it.
Yeah. I am outside, so maybe you might hear a bird. If you hear a bird.
I have a phobia, so I do not have a bird.
Let me get to Beetle Tone's comment here. People need to remember prices are set by venues, promoters' costs, and putting on a show of this size, like building the set, paying the enormous crew, etc. Not to mention the cut for Ticketmaster. Yep. Very true. Very true. And of course, dynamic pricing. Dan, dynamic pricing should be allowed for anything. It should be allowed. Brad says maybe you could find the original photo from that Spanish Another Day sleeve so that you could enlarge it for a poster. Yeah, maybe I could do that too. Another one I like that's Paul McCartney related but isn't Paul McCartney. And that's 4th of July from John Christie there.
Is that American?
No, I don't. Yeah, I think this is the promo version.
Yeah.
I'll get to that in a second. But, of course, you got John Christie, 4th of July, written by Paul and Linda McCartney, produced by Dave Clark. I love this song. We got Paul's version with the Venus and Mars box set, but this is John Christie. He stays true to Paul's version. This is Capital. Not for, yeah, this is a promo version. So I would say, yeah, recorded in England, but I would say that this is U.S. version. Very interesting one. This is one of my more expensive pieces here. Wink says make people stand in line for their tickets again, and prices would drop. I don't know about that. Maybe. Okay, so you got Angola. Okay, so you got Junior's Farm. You got the usual picture, right? This was one of the promotional pieces for Junior's Farm. Okay. However, the label on the record is the John morphing into Yoko.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's so cool.
Yes. This is one of my favorite pieces that I own. And yes, I did pay a pretty penny for it. And no, I will not say how much. But yeah, I love that.
That's brilliant.
Yes.
How's like getting the Irish, ones on Capital on Apple? And I got Letting Go on Apple from Portugal.
Oh, yes. I'm going to be showing, I'm going to be showing you Letting Go in a minute. Now, here's the one from Italy for Junior's Farm that I kind of question if it's a Photoshop or if it's real or not, because I've never seen this photo of Paul and Linda before, okay? Don't know what it's from, but if you look at it like up close, some pieces look like, it was kind of like a Oswald type photo from Life magazine where, they looked like it could have been, they got an X-Acto knife and they cut off his face and put it on, a body or whatever, that kind of conspiracy thing over there. But this is, I really like this picture from Italy for Junior's Farm. Again, it's really interesting when they do the, how they determine what they're going to put on the picture sleeve. One of my all-time favorites, the Portugal Letting Go with Linda McCartney. Do you have this one? Yeah, this is from the Red Rose Speedway photo sessions.
But that's an Apple.
This. Yes, it is an Apple. Yes, love it. Another weird one from Italy, because I don't think Italy they told them that this was originally for the Junior's Farm, but it's let them in with the Junior's Farm promo picture. So that's kind of interesting,
It's hilarious. Is that on Apple or Capital?
No, Capital. I think they stopped with the Apple by this time. However, Italy does have the first press of Italy's Silly Love Songs. It doesn't have the Apple label, but it does have an apple in the top right corner or left corner, I believe. Okay, and that's the only kind of like Apple. That's the only kind of Apple related item it has on there. And this is just a normal one. I just love this picture. Okay, and that's I love this picture.
Great, sweet.
I love it. Yeah.
I have to say that's tied for me with I've Had Enough from the UK.
With the eyes, with all the eyes on it, yeah.
The guy eating pizza or spaghetti.
Right.
It was brilliant. Two brilliant things that have really been overlooked over time.
Right. Let's see here. Brad says John Christie related to Jeff Christie.
next time I'll bring some Ringo sleeves.
Yeah, that would be awesome from around. I would love that. I would love that.
I'll bring them next time.
I'm not sure about that, Brad. I'll have to look that up. Live Nation owns Ticketmaster. StubHub is all alone. Well, we're all over the place now, so we're gonna have to figure this out. We're Sherlock Holmes when you need him. Let's see here. Jackson says, "I'm wondering what Macca's new album cover will look like. He has had some covers that look odd lately. I don't know. What's your feeling about the die on the cover of McCartney 3? Do you think it's kind of unusual or weird? Or
I liked it. I thought it was a great sleeve. I thought McCartney, but then again, I like the sleeve for Now and Then, and no one seemed to like it. But I liked it. I liked simplicity, and I thought the die on McCartney 3 was kind of like the White Album to Pepper, because Egypt Station was very busy. Great sleeve. And then McCartney kind of went, okay, I'm going to make it simple this time.
Good point.
I think it's I like that. I quite enjoyed it. So.
Yeah, that's a very good point. What was I going to say? What I would have thought would be really cool on McCartney 3 is it's like all the color versions of the vinyl was the same color of the die on the, like if the orange vinyl was orange on the.
Yeah, I wonder if they thought that would be hard to do. That would be really.
Yeah, maybe. Mark says,
okay.
Yeah. That uniform picture sleeve is real. Bought in 7. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just questioning the picture itself. Because I had never seen that picture before. Let's see here. Brad says, some of the videos I've seen getting out of Ireland lately are indication give Ireland back to the Irish could race up the charts again.
Well, Brad, funny you say that. I have a daughter living in Dublin, and she says whenever she's in a pub, she's heard it in the last 2 months, 3-4 times.
Right.
So it's being played a lot. It's not on the radio yet, but it's being played in pubs, and a few bands are actually covering it. She's seen a couple of pub bands doing very Celtic versions of it, which is she likes. I think it's very interesting. So yeah, you're right. It could be racing up the charts as we speak.
Will you lie down? Do nothing. Will you get it? Oh no! I love it. Anyways,
I like it too.
Yeah, what have you been up to there, Mr. Badgley?
Well, what have I been up to? I spent 2 days at our National Archives looking up information on the group Plateau, and I've been working on my Ringo book. I've been doing the final edit and finding out some rather interesting connections that are going on for Ringo and stuff in the 70s. I don't know anything else. I don't think I've seen a concert of late. I've got tickets in August, September for a lot of shows. Yeah. I don't have tickets oddly enough for a guy named Paul McCartney, but who knows? That could change on Friday. I don't know. We'll see. But I've been watching a lot of baseball, a lot of old movies. Neil Young. So. Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah, and collecting, lots of collecting of late.
Well, that's nonstop. That's besides the point. I mean, people should always expect us to be collecting.
I finally got a U.S. pressing of Anthology 3. I'm just missing Anthology 2, a U.S. Capitol pressing. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was really funny. I ordered the Capitol. I thought I ordered Anthology 2, and it came, and it was the British one. I wrote back, and I said, you advertised this as the U.S. pressing, but you gave me the British one. The person writes back, does it matter? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean, does it matter? Wow. No,
he is not a collector. He is not a collector. He is a seller.
Yeah. Just made me laugh. I thought, oh, come on, please. Of course it makes a difference.
He's a flipper. That's what that guy is.
Yeah, I know. It drives me nuts. But other than that, I've been getting some interesting like Ringo and solo stuff that I'm just plugging in holes here and there,
Yeah, cool. It's always nice when you can fill a hole. You know what I mean?
Or fixing a hole.
The
rain might come in and stop my mind from wandering.
Yeah.
Where we'll go.
Yeah, we did just get some rain here a little bit.
I
Matt
don't
says
know if that
McCartney
is.
2 and Venus and Mars are probably his favorite album covers.
I love Venus and Mars. To me, I bought the poster when the reissue came out, and I'm waiting to get it framed because that's one of my, not just McCartney, it would probably be my favorite album cover of all time.
Hmm.
I think it's a brilliant sleeve. That and Press to Play. I have Press to Play, a promo poster for that. I got from a record store back in, because they weren't going to put that up, so because the album wasn't selling.
You know, even though Egypt Station is artistic, right? Flowers in the Dirt, artistic. I always enjoyed the photographic pictures, you know, the album covers over anything that's more artsy, you know, or hand drawing or stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, like Press to Play. I mean, you
Yeah.
got George Hurwell taking this photo with a box camera, from
Right.
1950. Mid-Year used him too for his first solo album, and they're great sleeves. Yeah, I agree with you, Tom. Like I love, you know, Wings Wildlife is a great sleeve as well. Very simplistic, very rubber soulish, in a
Right.
weird way.
Right.
So, you know, I but sleeves I don't like. I'm not going to go down that road. I'm just not going down that road right
One
now.
of these days. One of these days. From McCartney 2.
Actually, going away from McCartney, 33 and a third is one of the best sleeves too. That's a great
Yeah.
cover. That's a
Yeah,
great
it is.
design. The framing, the glasses, the bicentennial glasses, just priceless.
Right.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Love that sleeve. Great sleeve.
I agree. I agree. Yeah. So we're gonna kick it around for like 8 more minutes here. So we're gonna start winding down a little bit. So I really appreciate everybody once again joining me here for this midweek Macca break, and it's always a pleasure when we can have Aaron Badgley join the chat as well. Yeah, I know.
I just want to say you showed the John Christie sleeve. I was going to mention. Do you have the McGear sleeves?
I have the Leave It.
Leave It. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just started buying Scaffold records. So I got their first album recently, original pressing from. It's nice. It's nice to have. So,
Right.
but I echo what Tom said. It's great chatting with all you guys. I love your comments. You always put a smile on my face, and it's great. So, thumbs up.
Joseph wants to,
Paul McCartney.
Joseph wants to thank Ron and Aaron for this, this talk, and I know you're just kidding. I know. And Mazzy finally shows up. I still have a pair of 33 and a third Harrison promo glasses from. Oh, that is kick-ass because he worked at a record store, and I'm sure he got.
If you don't want them, my
yeah, right.
Text me offline. I'll give you my iPhone.
For George, for your second George Harrison book, he'll take those promo glasses from you there.
Well, if the Ringo book does well, I was thinking doing Ringo in the '80s, but we'll see how Ringo in the '70s does.
Okay, fair enough.
Do people want to read about Ringo in the '70s? I hope so, because it's an interesting.
I mean, more than they'll want to read about more in the '70s than they will for the '80s.
Yeah, it's an interesting decade, and the work he did with other artists is really remarkable. And I didn't realize the vast quantity of work he did. So,
right. Matt says favorite album covers of all time, probably London Calling, Animals. Love Supreme is my favorite non-Beatles album of all time. I just adore. I'm in love. I just love everything about John Coltrane's "A Love Supreme," and also the Coltrane and Johnny Hartman album. If you never heard that, the smooth vocals of Johnny Hartman, please check out the John Coltrane and Johnny Hartman album. You will absolutely fall in love with that record. I think it's one of my favorite jazz records of all time. And anyways, Joseph, thanks, Tom. This has been great. Thank you. Beatletti says yes. Has the best album covers. But those are more artistic drawings, paintings, right, and stuff like that. So, but go ahead.
I just bought Yes Shows, which I've been looking for since 19 whatever. That double live album. It was their second live album, Just thought I'd throw that out there because I do love Yes, much to the chagrin of my wife who doesn't like them, but I love them. So they get played.
Mazzy says he will give you those Harrison tickets those Harrison glasses if you trade for tickets, hotel, and airfare to the Nashville Macca show.
I don't have tickets. I would love to trade you for tickets. I would love to have tickets. I don't have any tickets. So I feel like Ron declined in the Ruddles. You're asking me about the $10,000. I don't have $10,000. You want $10? I got $10. I don't know where the $10,000 went.
Good stuff. And speaking of documentaries, the drummer from Spinal Tap, I'm forgetting his name, had passed away. Yeah, which is sad because I think he's got one of the best lines, and it comes after the credits.
Yes.
Of a movie. Have a good time all the time. I absolutely love that.
David Koff. David Koff.
Yeah.
And can we, speaking of passing away, can we just give a word for David Cousins from the Straubs, who I've met?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Straubs are one of my favorite bands. My wife and I, our first song at our wedding.
How many one of my favorite bands can you have?
412. But the Straubs Autumn was our wedding song, our first dance. And when I told David Cousins that, he was like, "You mean you play the full 8 minutes?" I said, "Yeah, 8 minutes, 12 seconds, my friend. 8 minutes and 12 seconds." So there you go.
Very good. Mazzy, in your opinion, how many favorite bands can you have at one time? How many are allowed?
We're negotiating George Harrison glasses.
Okay, right here. Sorry. Don't mind me.
You just keep on.
Brad says, by the way, I bought the crypto popcorn holder. It's really cool. That's great. I did buy the Daily Planet, the red Daily Planet popcorn bucket. That's like a paper newspaper holder. So, yeah, I got that. Sandy Denny was in Straubs a bit. Yeah. Okay. So she was at the Fairport convention then, right? Is that the same person?
She was on the first Straubs album.
Okay.
And you know what? The last time we saw the Straubs, he was still doing a song for Sandy, and it was still choking him up. I think he had a very deep relationship with Sandy Denny, and what a talent she was. And but she was in Straubs. The Straubs had a very interesting history because they kept having members come in and then leave. Like Rick Wakeman went to Yes, and Blue Weaver left to go to Bee Gees. I mean,
oh wow!
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Spinal Tap drummer was played by Rick Pernell. I don't think we were related, but that's why I didn't forget his name. Fair enough. Matt says Doc's favorite album cover: Two Virgins.
Classic.
Yeah. And Doc says, "How did you know?" Nancy says, I also mentioned the top 3: Beatles, Kings, Birds. However, I have created videos about my favorite bands, psychedelic music, and British music, among others. Yeah, fair enough.
So about those glasses.
Again, once you get the Nashville tickets, then you got to get the transportation and all of that stuff, you know.
Well, I'm working on it. I consider working on it.
Mazzy, you need to, if you haven't, you need to do a video about all those promotional pieces that you have, and if you have, let me know if you have, because then I'll search for that. I'll search for that video. But definitely, I would love to see a lot of your promotional stuff. I've been finding I do have the promotional new cube, which I think that lights up. I think some people have that. I have found something that I'm not going to tell anybody about because I do want to buy this. I do have the press T-shirt that was given away to DJs for promotional use, if you will. So yeah, I mean that's another thing that you're looking into buying. The promotional stuff that was given away. Anyways, Beatles, Kings, and Jam for me, top 3, very good.
I did. Speaking of new records, I finally tracked down 2 Kinks singles I've been looking for from the School Was a Disgrace album, the British one and the American singles on RCA, which are not easy to find, at least in.
Okay.
So I'm with you, Matthew. I collect the Kinks. I love Raid.
Mono or was it mono or stereo?
They're stereo singles, but yeah, I'm a big Kinks fan. And my daughter's just counting down the days till I die, so she gets my Kinks collection.
Ah.
Which, if I don't get tickets Friday, it will be sooner than later. Anyways.
Norman says for the Nashville trip package, I'll throw in the Klaatu press kit. There you go.
Oh, well. Yeah. Okay, glasses and thank you.
How do you convince the wife about this trade?
I don't know. It's a tricky one, but
Right.
I'll just say someone stole my credit card.
That's funny, it's like, the glasses come in the mail and she goes, oh, how much you pay for those? And it's like, oh, I didn't pay for the glasses per se, but
it was a fair trade.
It was a fair trade.
Fair trade.
Norma says, I made one recently, but didn't include the glasses. Okay, I need to do more. Yeah, I have the Wings belt buckle from 76 and Dylan Hard Rain buckle as well. Okay, I'll have to look for that.
Todd, she's sitting in the room with me right now. You can't see her, but she's heard every word you said. So just so you know.
Wait a minute. Damn it. Sorry. It's all in fun. We're not.
It's all in fun.
We don't buy anything on this show.
Money games till someone loses an eye or a marriage.
Right. We don't enable anybody here on this show. Tim Allen, hey Tim, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, we're just gonna get rid off here in a second. Matthew says, ever seen the promo London Town bus?
Wow, no.
I think I have seen one.
That's cool.
I think I was Googling London Town or something like that, and that bus popped up.
That's very cool.
Yeah. There you go. Congratulations, Tim. Yes, that's awesome. But Tim, good to see you here. Thank you. Okay, we are going to close this down now. Aaron, as always, my friend, great to hang out with you and great to hang out with everybody.
Thanks
here
for having me on. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And again, don't forget, probably towards the end of the August for the 9th anniversary of Two Legs, I'm going to be ranking everything. I'll be ranking 45 albums in Paul McCartney's career span. That's canon stuff, that's live stuff, that's classical stuff, and that's electric stuff. I'm not including Family Way. I'm not including compilations.
You should include Family Way.
Listen, he wrote a couple bars.
You should include Family Way.
Should I? All right. Well, then that's 46. Then.
Well, I'm just saying.
Your professional opinion. Okay.
I'm just saying I would include Family Way because it's in my McCartney collection.
For you, my friend, I will include Family Way, and it'll be really quick to get that one out of the way. And if you want to see a great ass, watch that movie. Anyways, okay, I'm sorry.
No comment.
No comment.
No comment.
Is she still there? Is she still?
Yeah, I'm still there. Yeah, I'm just gonna go.
I just keep digging that hole. I'm sorry. All right, yeah, Mazzy, I'll see you in Chicago. Looking forward to seeing everybody that's going to Chicago. Andy and I will be offering more information about that, and then Aaron, when we know more stuff, I'll have you on again, and you can offer all the information for you at the fest as well. And I look forward to it. So everybody, thank you, Aaron Badgley, once again.
Thanks, Tom.
The man, you are the man.
You're the man.
How can I be the man when you're the man? All right, talk to you, everybody. See you.
Bye, guys. Bye.